Yo, what's up? What's up with you, Steve Kinas? How you feeling?
I'm feeling extremely well. How about yourself, Orlando?
Bless. Thanks for asking, man. And today's topic, man, something delicious, something that I think, let me see. I don't think, and we haven't talked about this. I think this is something different than the last few episodes we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
This is an idea of we're gonna discuss today is how comfortable we got as a society, as people.
Comfortable per se is, with the technology coming out and it constantly keeps advancing and people are getting more comfortable around the idea of having something there.
Something there. Like we were talking about earlier, right? Remember we were sharing an experience that I was talking about earlier. Like we use, for instance, GPS everywhere we go. If you don't know the place,
Oh yeah. GPS.
that's like this. We know that's what we're doing next, right away.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think about it, before GPS was provided for the people, no, like normal people,
Everybody had to use maps, or hey, which way do I have to
Memor-
go here?
use the brain, like
Or muscle memory.
or ask somebody outside, hey, you know where
Hey,
to get to this spot right here in the corner? You have to ask around people and get out of your comfort zone. And it's like, doesn't happen to you like you go to a place and every time you go to that place you have to put a GPS until you memorize it after the 20th time you went there
or 30th.
or 30th.
Depends on how long, you know.
And it's like we got so laid back, so comfortable. Like what do we need to do to, you know, get uncomfortable? You think as a society, like because technology is there. That's
I
awesome,
mean,
and we love it.
I think there's always going to be the people that are still going to be skeptical about it, you know?
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah,
but more or less, I don't know.
like I feel like we got so comfortable. Like I feel like it had to take like something like somebody take it away from us, and like like.
but that's like taking candy away from a baby. You can't just do that. Everybody would go into a mass panic if everybody's phone got taken away or everything. It's because you wouldn't have contact with anybody. Everybody's so comfortable with having contact with everybody.
You think a lot of people will like? You think like the? So I was doing some research the other day, right? And I was looking up the top reasons why people die in the United States.
Okay.
Number three was suicide.
Okay.
Number two, I believe, was cancer. Oh no, number two.
Okay.
Oh yeah, number two was accident. Number one was cancer. Um, so we already have the suicide rates so high. You think taking away people's technology will increase that?
Could possibly.
It's a possibility.
As like I said, it would cause people to mass panic. Like they would feel like the world's ending to them and things like that. Like it's like an addiction or a
It
withdrawal from
is.
something.
It
So
is. But it's like we got so comfortable with it. It's like we got so much comfortable, and it's like I don't know, like using the phone has become so fun and entertaining. Like it's like we look forward to use our phone during our break time after we come back from the house, like from work. I mean, or
hmm
when we wake up in the morning to check what's going on in the world, the news. You know, it's
it's like a
like
lifeline.
exactly it became part of us.
Yep. Like I said, it's like an addiction. Like people get addicted to social media, the games on the phones, everything.
And it's like
I
a
mean,
fantasy. It's all like a fantasy that you live in. Like
but honestly, if you think about it, technology was created so we could sit back a little bit more and focus our minds more on what's real. Does it make sense?
no, absolutely, man, absolutely. Like If you look back in times on the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, it was all hard labor.
Oh, absolutely.
Hard labor. Like,
It was hard labor all throughout, whatever.
and it's like
All these.
technology has created so much jobs for people, has changed a lot of people's life,
Yeah.
has grown so many businesses with technology. Like, but does it get to a point that it becomes too much? You think?
No, of course. Because, I mean, if you think about it, like you said, what was it? Suicide was the top
Suicide
three.
was like people dying of suicide was top three, number
Yeah.
three.
But, I mean, if you think about it as well, you know, it's also induced those rates. It could have probably also induced the rates of cancer as well with all the radiation and whatnot that comes off of it. They always tell you not to keep your phone too close to your head too much.
I hear that all the time. Yeah,
That's not good.
something can happen. Don't sleep next to your phone in your bed because it could kill you or it could explode next to you. That's why something will happen. That's always something that people talked about, and it's like I love it. I love technology. I'm a big fan. I love how it made life so much easier. You can research anything you want on your own. You don't need to like really ask an expert if you really don't want
Go
to.
to the nearest library to seek
And
up the
pick up a
information
book.
for it.
It made life so much easier, but it's like at the same time, if you're not the person who wants to look for the information, you can easily get distracted with the wrong stuff. Like the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much you want to bet? If you look at everybody's phone right now, the average like watch time when they pick up when they spend on the phone like looking at it probably like 8 hours. At least 7 hours, 6 hours. At least up there, because we're so much invested in seeing what's happening out there. What's the trouble being caused by people? Who got yelled by who? Who did this? Who is doing that? Who died?
I know this ain't really a part, but it's like, I mean, it can kind of fall into line too. So I was reading something about how like, or maybe I heard it on the news, on the radio or something like that, about how people wind up creating themselves in their own prison. Does it make sense? Like they're so hyped up on hearing everything and seeing everything out there, kind of keeps them in a box. They feel, away from the whole world. Like some people are afraid to make that jump, that leave where they need to be because they feel like they're locked in that prison. Does it make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Technology can induce stuff like that.
Oh yes, absolutely. Like it's so crazy. Like when you said that, it made me think of like how we like how back in the day still today though, but I think more like back in the day how we used to like sit outside and just vibe with our neighbors or with our little friends we had.
Go outside, ride a bike,
vibe. Now
play a little kickball.
Exactly.
Pool,
play tag. By now, you wake up, pick up the phone, and you look somebody just got shot. Somebody just celebrated a new birthday.
Fatality at 1300 block of
You feed off what you're reading of these phones all the time, and I notice like
it can change your energy.
It can mess up your mood. It can. I personally will share this. Like it got to a point, to be honest with you, like for me personally, that I had to like if I wanted to focus, like I said, read a book, I had to put my phone like on airplane mode because I wanted to like I feel like my attention was so like not steady that if I hear like a ping, I'll have to look at my phone. If I hear vibration, I have to pick up my phone. So it's like I couldn't even focus the right way because my phone was like my priority to look.
Oh, what is it? I remember also reading something a long time ago. It's like about how you get used to your phone vibrating or dinging and stuff like that. sometimes people will feel like their phone is vibrating or they'll go
Yes,
off.
I feel that sometimes, and I
Like
look at it and nothing happened.
it, it's just like zzz, what? Nothing. What's going on?
And I feel like we cannot, as humans, we cannot lose where we came from. Like we talked about this before in different episodes, man. The way we used to gather food in the back in the old cave days, old days before we had technology. The way we
Oh
we
yeah,
used to spend time.
grow, harvest, spend time with the family.
I feel like that's our foundation. How we are,
Yeah,
and we can try to pave a way from all those things how we used to, spend, things we used to do, and try to change it with like the new social media or the new Facebook or the new whatever. But still, the way we communicate still hasn't changed. Even though it kind of changed, right? We do.
I mean
Emojis is the new feeling we have, right?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: have you, and be honest, have you ever used an emoji but you were not feeling it? Like you put like you put laughing emoji and you were you see
Exactly.
so it has become so like fake sometimes that you don't really get to share.
It's happened quite a few because it's like, okay, I feel like I gotta go along with this.
You gotta play the scenario well. You don't want to look bad.
In a sense, in a sense.
It's like we feel like there's specific rules we have to follow. Nobody wrote them. We just know that that's the rules we use. When it comes to technology, like you share with emojis your feelings. You try to comment on your friend's stuff. You try to react to the stories. You try to keep up what's going on with the news. And believe it or not, when was the last time? And this is not jumping to something different. When was the last time you watched music awards on TV? Like you actually sit down and watch it.
A lot of times I just put a YouTube on my phone or something and just watch the clips, Facebook the next day.
Exactly.
It's going to be circulating the next day. Technology.
We just watch the clips nowadays. We don't even sit down and watch a 3-hour music award, whatever they call. Because
I mean, a lot of people do still, but
I feel like more the old heads. Like there might be some young people that will watch it, but I feel like it has become more instant. I don't. Like I have my TV there. I don't even turn it on. You know what I mean?
Okay. So it's like we have cable here, but I don't watch cable. Like I have Netflix, I have Hulu, and
YouTube now. YouTube TV came up.
Yeah, but like not saying that I don't watch it, but like honestly,
you don't choose to.
What I do, I watch YouTube and go to sleep. That's really like my nighttime thing. Pop on some YouTube, whatever, because I put on something boring or it's
something to help you fall asleep. I understand. And believe it or not, YouTube became the second most watched platform.
Absolutely. TikTok it's probably right next to Netflix.
TikTok became the first one.
Oh, so Netflix is probably what, third?
Third, yeah. So it's like we're sharing this message now, not to lose where we started. Look, we're sharing this message to know, like, it's okay to be how you used to be. If you like, when it comes to traditions, like
set down the phone sometimes, walk away from technology. And to be honest, what we're talking about still falls in the line with everything. So, just like taking a walk away from it all.
Have a conversation with somebody without the phone. Go see somebody without, have to be on the phone, or
24/7.
Take a walk. I love taking walks. That's something
that
I really enjoy.
For a walk. Take your cat for a walk. Hey, put your mom on a leash and take her for a walk. Whatever.
Having those genuine conversations is very important, because when you text somebody on the phone or via DMs, you not really can see the real interaction. What's happening, or how genuine they are if they're being real with you.
Yeah, because like you can't detect emotion because you can falsify them.
We haven't got there yet. I know probably one day we will, but that's something we haven't.
It's a auto emotion correct.
You know,
Like your phone has detected that you are not sad right
oh
now.
my god, they need to come up with that. Like, okay, I'm texting you right now, and Orlando is angry. Like, you should directly just get it without even like.
Don't answer right now. Please call back, lady. His phone is now on D&D for the next 3 hours. Call back at 5.
You know, it's like, and don't get me wrong, you know, we're huge fans of technology. We love how it makes life so much easier, and we can do a lot of things with it. But I feel like we have to kind of remember, you know, on the back of our heads that take a second. Just take a second to appreciate normal conversations with people and actually, you know, feel your feelings, you know, in an honest way. You know, I feel like we're so in a rush to know what's next, what's coming, or what's happening in this false world that we're living on. That comes to social media comes with. It's like we don't even check on our own people sometimes. You know, like how my mom is doing or how my little brother's doing. Like, and it's always good to step back a little bit. I feel like that's the biggest takeaway we can give people in this conversation today. Is, you know, take a second to appreciate the things you have around you. You know.
Absolutely, because if an EMP went off or some kind of major solar flare, something happens, you know, technology fries if it's not Faradayed. So, gotta think about it. Things can happen and it can set you back to the Stone Age. And it's not bad to learn certain things.
Absolutely not. It's always good to learn and be open, man. Oh, man. I feel like that was a good conversation, Steve. How you feel about that?
It was the most excellent episode of Smoking the Truth I think we've had.
You know, how not to be comfortable with technology.
Comfortability.
Comfortability, man. We love it. Come on, man. We love it. It relaxes you.
Too comfortable.
Keeps you cool.
Comfortable.
Well, guys, it's been another episode of Smoking the Truth, man. If you enjoy these conversations, man, make sure you share it. Hit a like. Comment. Subscribe.
Make that, comment.
Comment your opinion, what you think about being comfortable with today's technology. You know, it's a beautiful thing, but as well, it can be hell. So, and if you guys need anything, just reach out. We're here for you guys, okay? Reach out, and we can have a nice conversation about what's going on with today's world. It's been another episode, Smoking the Truth
podcast.
Leave a like and share, and we
subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the comments.
Booyaka! See you guys. Yeah, peace and love.
Be safe.